Hey everybody, Farrah Shocka. Nice. I like that name, Farrah Shocka.
Thank you.
I like that. So, how did you, is that your given name?
Well, my parents were way ahead of their time. They wanted to give me something that would make me stand out. They didn't want me to be like all the rest of the kids.
Right.
I mean, they didn't want a little cookie cutter child that was just going to blend into the background of everyone else. So they wanted Farrah Shocka.
So who is Lorene Steinberg?
Who?
Lorene Steinberg?
Who have you been talking to?
Listen, don't worry about it. I find it sexy. Lorene Steinberg.
No, honestly, who have you been talking to?
I get my information
Who
from...
have you been talking to?
Why don't you explain to our crowd? Because this is Nocturnal Missions. We like to keep things truthful. Who's Lorene Steinberg?
I am.
And why don't you tell me the origin of that name?
Popped out of my mom's vagina, she named me that.
I popped out of many vaginas. I've never been named Steinberg.
Baby dick.
Oh! Your big hits, like Backdoor Virgin.
Yeah.
Rock You Like a Thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, that one was absolutely intense.
Really? Why don't you tell me a little bit about the song that I see that you co-wrote called When Seagulls Weep?
I mean, you go out to the shore and you see all the birds and you're sitting there, ah, ah, ah. And they're just all sad. I mean, do they sound sad? All those seagulls, all these people throwing stuff at them. You're just sitting at the beach. I mean, they're having to fly around scavenge off you when you have all these little families and you're just throwing your little pieces of trash food at them. If you were a seagull, would you weep? They're not all bad birds.
So, mostly you're apparently big in Russia.
Yeah, I mean, the clubs, they absolutely get so much playtime on my music. I mean, honestly, I went into one club in St. Petersburg, and they were absolutely, I walk in the door, playing my music, get out of the bathroom, playing my music, go back to the bathroom later, they're playing my music again. I mean, they had a separate stream of my music in the women's bathroom.
Now, the bathrooms in Russia, how do those work?
Okay, so they play a lot of the big songs, like mine, for instance.
Okay.
And they acoustically alter it so that they sound better in the bathrooms than they do in the clubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do they mix this with the flushing, or how does this work?
No, it's to the acoustics, let them match better with like the porcelain and the toilets. Look it up. I think it's in like the Encyclopedia Britannica. You can find it at your local library.
Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, does that have something to do with venereal disease? Or?
No. But I'm pretty sure you can find venereal diseases.
I dated a girl named Britannica once. Now, a lot of people say that they compare you to certain other artists by the name of, Madonna. How do you feel about that?
She is a totally cheap knockoff of me. She has been stealing my stuff for years, since the beginning. She does nothing but take. She gives me no credit for half the stuff. You know what they used to call her back in the day?
What?
Speaking of that, venereal girl. Right back to the venereal.
Really?
Venereal girl.
Right back to the venereal. You were invited to do We Are the World.
Yeah, but...
And Quincy Jones, a good friend of mine, he actually invited me, and I actually had to turn it down because I had many projects going on.
Oh, which one were you working on?
I was working on actually a little project I had going on in Lake Haven County Jail, but that's a different story altogether. Why didn't you participate?
Well, I've had my own type of like philanthropy type project and goodwill thing I had to do. Ever since I was a young child, I have had quite a love for the art of competitive eating. And I mean, these people do not get the recognition for the sport that they do. I mean, have you ever tried to shove down 50 pies in one sitting?
Actually, I did back in 1983.
What type?
Let's just get back to the story.
So I was hosting a pie eating contest
Right.
on the shore.
Right.
I was in charge of the counting. I was a guest of honor. I mean, it was all about me. It was a pie eating contest. You had to eat 50 pies, and the first person to eat 50 pies first actually won. And the prize, now that was the best part.
What was the prize?
An all-you-can-eat buffet at Ponderosa with Farrah Shocka herself.
You guys like to hear a song from Farrah Shocka right now?
Actually,
Why don't you sing some acapella for us?
what?
Acapella?
Acapella?
Without music.
Acapella.
Right, it's Latin for without music. Go ahead.
I have lots of my adoring fans out here, and I know that you want to hear about my new musical endeavor. I am now going to be breaking into the realm of opera.
Opera? Alright. Why don't you show us a little
A
something?
little styling
You
from
guys want to hear Farrah Shocka sing some opera? Alright.
Long we shall call. Long we shall call. Oh, you're crying.
Ladies and gentlemen, Farrah Shocka. Oh my God, I've never felt anything like that since Britannica, I guess. Oh, wow. All right, well, it's Farrah Shocka, everybody. Let me man myself up here. We have another additional musical stylings from three good friends of mine, Kenny Loggins, Harry Belafonte, and John Oates, part of the We Are the World choir.
How come I couldn't be the musical guest?
What you just saying?
I mean, you didn't even get to hear my major hits.
Listen, we've heard your major hits. We've all taken shits. We're fine. Okay? We are the world, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That was great. And that is, again, for the We Are the World Foundation or something, whatever, for the starving people in Africa or something like that. Actually, for charity, what we're going to have to do, Farrah Shocka, if you sign this bag and we can auction this off for charity.
Oh, yeah. What type? Where's it from?
It's from Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's. Good evening. Alright, and we're going to have this signed off, and this is going to go at an auction for the We Are the World guys and for the starving kids in Africa.
I think there's still Frosty in there.
Yeah, we are. You guys stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have Geronimo Sexy on the show. And it's going to be great times. Nocturnal Emissions, Steven Thomas Darrell.
You dropped
Farrah
that.
Shocka. You guys have a good night.